Do not expose the product to fire or excessive temperatures. It will explode if the temperature is over 266 degrees Fahrenheit. Keep out of direct sunlight. It's in writing, guys. Don't do it. Hey guys, well, if you remember a while back, I'm sure that you don't remember this based on the amount of views that we saw. We posted a video on the Vtoman Flash Speed 1500 power station when we used it in our camper. I'm telling you what, we were pretty impressed with the performance and with what it can do. And whenever they reached out to us to introduce another power station, we were immediately ready to go. Allow myself to introduce to you the all-new Vtoman Flash Speed 300 power station. Vtoman's a company that really seems to be taking the power station industry by storm. And they really seem to be making a really good name for themselves, not only with their products, but also with their customer service and their support. Well, anyway, getting back to the star of the show, the Flash Speed 300. This is a 300 watt power station with a peak of 600 watts. It only weighs like 7 pounds, so you could really take this thing anywhere. Well, in order to get the weight down so low, they had to make a couple of concessions, and one of those concessions was the battery capacity itself. The battery inside this power station only has a capacity of 230 watt hours of storage, so you really have to be aware of how much power you're using with this, especially if you need it to last. From all the research I've done getting involved in the world of power stations, I've learned that most power stations are able to produce around 85% of the capacity that these companies claim. Some are a little bit more, some are a little bit less, but the general rule for the professionals is 85%. Now again, remember, I'm not a professional, I'm an unprofessional, so I have to rely on the professionals to figure out all this intellectual stuff, and then I can tag along. Well anyway, 85% of 230 watt hours is 195.5 watt hours. So if you're using, say, 25 watts of power in this thing, what you do is you divide 195 by 25, and you'll get, I believe it's 7.82. I did the math earlier. Well, 7.82 is the amount of hours of use that you'll get out of this if you're using 25 watts. How's that for some real math, Gary Sumner? That doesn't seem like a very long time to me, so like I said before, you've got to be aware of how much power you're using out of this at all times if you need it to last, say, a day or some specific period of time. Well, all truth be told, I've already taken this power station out of the box, but I put it back in the box because, and it took a while, because I wanted you guys to see how well Vtoman packages their products. Let me get the 1500 out of the way so we have some room to work here. Ugh. There, it's out of the way. Well, if this was the first time that I opened this box, this piece of tape would be a lot more difficult to get off. So that's proof that I've already opened it. Well, anyway, inside the box here, you get a couple of little pamphlets, and I think that I've already read to you what that says. But this is the user manual, so there's a lot of good information in here about the specs and about what it can and can't do. Well, mostly what it can do, and things that you can't do. Well, also inside you get this box of goodies, and this is all of your charging cords. Well then, I wanted to show you the foam that they use. This is some sort of specialized rubberish foam that they use that really protects the stuff that's in the box. And then this is the star of the show, the Vtoman Flash Speed 300 power station. Let me get it out of the plastic. I wanted to also let you know that this box came in another box, but I don't have a picture of that because when I do get these in the mail, it's like Christmas and I have to open them up right away and see what we've got. So anyway, let me get this out of the plastic here. Give you guys your first look at the Vtoman Flash Speed 300 power station. Pretty sleek, isn't it? Looks really, really good. I love the colors. Well, in the box here, it comes with your AC power cord, which also comes with your charging converter. It comes with your 12-volt cigarette style outlet charger. And then they also, which this is cool, they include a couple of different charging cords here. They include a A to C and a USB C to C. So that's nice that they include those in the packet. I kind of wish though with all this stuff that they would have included a bag to keep all these cords in, because this is a lot of cords to have to keep track of. Coffee break. That's hot. Just to let you guys know too, you can also charge this with solar panels, but unfortunately I don't have a solar panel to hook up to it to demonstrate. Oh wow, look at that. Watch this. That was a long piece of whatever that stuff's called. There's surprisingly a lot of outlets on this little thing. There's two of these 110 outlets, and then you've got 3 USB-A outlets here. You've got a USB-C outlet. You've got a 12-volt barrel outlet, and then you've got the 12-volt inlet that you can charge it with. One thing that this power station provides that some of them don't is it provides pass-through charging, which means you can be charging this, but you can also have some things plugged in and charging them as well while you're charging this. Coffee break. Well, since I know so much about power stations now, and I can see you guys giving me that look, let's talk about what I think this is the perfect setup for. I think that with the small size battery capacity that this has, I think the perfect application would be keeping things charged. cell phones, cameras, drones, drone controllers, maybe using a small fan, something like that. That would help you be able to use this for longer if you just concentrated on the small things. All right, just go with me on this. Let's say that you're out camping and you want to make a meal with your crock pot. Well, this may not be the best option to use for power because crock pots can take probably up to 200 watts of power. Well, if you're using a crock pot with this, you're only going to get like an hour's worth of usage out of it. And I don't know any crock pot meal that's going to be done in an hour. So it's always best when you're thinking of the Vtoman Flash Speed 300, think small. Coffee break. A lot of you guys watching this video today know that we're a drone channel. And every time that I go out to fly the drone and make a video, I've got to have all these batteries charged. The drone, the controller, the camera, the microphone, all that stuff. Well guys, that's a lot of pressure. Sometimes I forget. How cool would it be to have this with me in the truck? And if I need to top something off while I'm doing something else, I can just let it sit there, forget it, and let it work. Perfect application. I told you guys earlier that I had already taken this out of the box before making this video. And I had a good reason for it. We needed it. Earlier this month, we had a pretty big hurricane come through. A lot of you guys probably experienced the same hurricane. Well, we ended up losing power. It was about midnight that night. And I don't know about where you are, but where we are in Florida, it's hot during the entire hurricane season. We don't get a cool night after a hurricane. Well, for us, if we lose power during a hurricane, it starts to get really warm really fast. We do have a generator for the house for cases like this, but that night we were already in bed before the power got knocked out. And whenever the power went out, the fan went off, guess what? I immediately woke up. I knew something was wrong. Well, this power station let me continue to be lazy because I didn't feel like going outside and messing with the generator, getting it all started and everything. But this was right by the bed. So what I did was I unplugged my fan from the wall and I plugged it right into here. I'm telling you what, that thing ran the whole night. And when I woke up, it still had about 50% of the battery. 7 pounds after you hold it for a while starts to get heavy. Isn't the human head weigh 8 pounds? Coffee break. Well, that was cool. And then in the morning when we got up, I turned the generator on. I plugged this thing into the generator, and in less than an hour, it was charged back up to 100%. I got to tell you, that was probably the most important use of a power station that I've ever gotten in my life. Well, I just so happen to have my bedside fan in our shop. I'm not sure why, but I do. And I'm going to use this power station. I'm going to plug this in, and I'm going to show you what the display looks like. It's a pretty good looking display. This is pretty difficult stuff, guys. Look. I don't even have to say it. Okay, so this is the business end of this power station. This is going to be the power button for the AC power. This is going to be the power button for the USB side. So I'm going to turn on the AC power. I'm going to turn this around so you guys can see the screen. And see how it says AC power? And it says that it's using 3 watts for some reason. There's nothing on in that fan that I know of. And then we're at 100% on the battery. So let me walk over here. Well, move the camera over here. I'm going to turn the fan on low because that's what I use it in the house, is on low. You guys probably can't even hear that. It's really quiet, but it throws a lot of air. I'm going to go back over here to the screen and look at that. It's got 19 watts. It's using 19 watts. So that could last all night, like I said, plus maybe a second night if you're lucky. I should have started this video out with the fan demonstration because it's cooling me off. It's hot in here. Well, long story short, on this miniature Vtoman Flash Speed 300 power station, I think they've got a quality product here. They back this thing with a 2-year warranty. It's supposed to last over 3,000 cycles. I forgot to show you guys the light. You've got on, and you've got strobe, SOS, and off. Well, we want to thank Vtoman for sending us this power station and letting us try it out. If you want to learn more about this power station, we'll put a link in the description. And if they send us a discount code, we'll also put that in the description. All right, guys. Well, as always, I want to thank you for watching the video. Hope that you enjoyed it. Have a great week. God bless.